The 2009 Walker Cup was held at Merion Golf Club. GCSAA Superintendent Matt Schaefer and his staff worked tirelessly in very difficult weather conditions to keep the course in world-class form.
The members are all about golf at Merion, and they love their club and very supportive of us 365 days of the year. So when the championship came, I wanted to make sure they were proud of Merion and it held up. I have a great staff and unbelievable volunteers. It's easy, comforting when all your friends are here and you have all that qualified labor. It makes you, everybody says, my goodness, you're more relaxed this week than you are leading up to it. And I said, when you're around all your friends, it's like a big reunion, you know. It's the best of times. Most days we started at 4:30, and like last night they finished at 9. So they started in the dark and they finished in the dark. And they're staying in a hotel room and they're away from home. I cannot overemphasize how much I appreciate their sacrifices to come here and be a part of this historic event. It's just unbelievable. You know, I mean, I was a volunteer for a long time, but as a volunteer, I never really realized the magnitude and how precious volunteers are to pull off an event like this.
To run and manage the golf course for an event like this, it's all about teamwork. You've got to get a lot of people together and that can work together. You know, they can socialise together and get up very early in the morning and come out and be dedicated to do the job. And if you have that sort of teamwork and closeness within the group of people that you have, then you can achieve anything.
Merion is a very special place to a lot of people, and you really see it when everyone comes back. They always say, you know, 80 to 100 hours a week during the summer. Everybody says, I can't wait until, you know, I graduate from the Merion program and get to move on, but everyone that comes back says, you know, I really miss this place. So I've heard that about 4 or 5 times this week, and guys really appreciate, you know, what Merion brings to the golf industry.
Matt and his staff dealt with a lot of rain over the summer, and the week of the tournament was no exception.
Every Sunday it rains at Merion, you know, and so when it happened this week, it seemed like the perfect marriage. The USGA had the same problems we did, and then we had a lot of problems, so it seemed almost logical that we were going to have a rainy event. You know, the weather, you know, if it was perfect, it might not have been as memorable, but it was a challenge, and we had to rise to that challenge. You know, great men are never found, they're made. So I said, you know, it's time for good people to step up, and we're going to step up and meet the challenge.
Despite the rain during the practice rounds, Matt's staff and the volunteers seemed to enjoy themselves and appreciated being part of the event.
To come to Merion Golf Club, which is traditionally one of the best clubs in the USA, to come here and be part of this is a great honour for me. And I'm absolutely delighted to be here, and the hospitality that we've received from Matt and all his team has been just out of this world.
We had a lot of guys here that have worked at Merion before, and a lot of guys who had never seen the golf course. So, you know, trying to mix and match those people together to make sure everything gets done, and they did a great job.
Camaraderie obviously is a big deal, and hopefully, you know, and there was a tremendous dynamic in the tent. There was all sorts of things, you know, and we work hard on that, make sure that there's salespeople, there's veterans, there's young people, and hopefully they forge friendships that'll last for years. And I know that they share ideas and they share problems and they come up with some solutions as well. And they walk the fairways and say, I wouldn't have done this or I wouldn't have done that, and they all talk among each other. It's a learning experience too. So hopefully they had a great time. And you know, I met a whole bunch of new people, and that's what it's all about.